This episode is brought to you by Adorama. If you're looking for photography, video, imaging, or tech needs, be sure to check out Adorama.com. Hi, this is Rich Harrington for Adorama TV, and I am here at NAB 2013, and we're talking with Stuart, who is a director with Blackmagic, and there is a brand new camera. Now, you guys keep coming out with new gear, but you didn't come out with just one new camera, two new cameras, right?
Yeah, that's right. I think that a lot of people were surprised by the fact that we were actually announcing two new cameras. Last year we made our first step into the camera world by producing a 2.5K cinema camera. And what we decided to do was take some of the ethos behind why we created that and looked at a higher resolution camera and also a small pocket-sized camera. So what you actually see behind me here is a full range now of 3 cameras, starting with the Pocket Cinema Camera, which is 13 stops of dynamic range, micro four thirds, active micro four thirds lens capability.
And that's good because that means that if you are using some of the many lenses in the market, whether they be from Olympus, Panasonic, or some of the other micro four thirds makers, this gives you greater flexibility to use a wider range of lenses.
And I think also what's great about that is the crop factor as well is widely reduced. We're talking like a 1.3, 1.4 crop factor, which means some of those wide angle lenses that you want to use on that camera are very suitable. Also what we tried to focus on is the way in which you interact with the camera. So the features are very similar with regards to menus on the back as the 2.5K. We've got a HDMI output on there as well, so you can take a live feed from there. But it also records onto SD card as well, so you can take that SD card out, you can insert that into your laptop and start working on that footage immediately.
So the entry-level camera, or the smaller pocket camera, is designed around an SD factor. The other two cameras, the digital cinema, are those both SSDs, or how do they record?
Yeah, so the other two cameras are SSDs. The main reason for that is that when you start looking at HD workflow, which is what the Pocket Cinema Camera is, you can actually work with ProRes, you can work with a visually lossless Cinema DNG RAW file and actually record that to an SD media. When we start to then look at things like 4K resolution, or we start to look at Cinema DNG without any sort of lossless compression, then you need obviously something faster, something larger in size, and that's why SSD is the media of choice for those larger cameras.
Okay, so what's nice here is a lot of you were interested in the digital cinema camera as it comes out. We now have a higher end unit that adds even additional features, more recording flexibility on size, and one that falls below. All three are actually being carried by Adorama. The middle camera is available today. The other two are on pre-order, right?
Yeah, that's right. We started to ship a large number of the back orders now on the 2.5K camera. And with this one, we're actually announcing that we're going to be start to ship these products, the new products, in July. It's probably worth me mentioning to all those guys out there who are currently waiting for cameras as well that there's a choice that you need to make yourselves on where actually you want to use this camera, where you actually feel that you're going to be delivering, because the 4K camera, there's some significant differences in relation to things like global shutter, super 35mm sensor. When you're looking at the Pocket Cinema Camera, you're actually looking at a camera there which is HD, so if you're working a HD deliverable, it may now become more applicable to you than the 2.5K camera. But I guess really the thing I would say is that we're looking at July delivery on the new one. Pre-orders, we're still working away at the pre-orders, so there's no rush at this moment in time to make a decision, albeit pre-orders will start to actually increase quite significantly, we imagine.
Well, the quicker you pre-order, the earlier you are on the list to receive the camera.
Exactly, but I think that what we're also seeing is a huge demand for the 2.5K camera. So those of you that have got orders in for the 2.5K camera, don't feel like you have to go out today and cancel that order and reorder a new camera. My suggestion would be let's wait and see, for yourself, because if you get that back ordered camera tomorrow, then there's going to be somebody else in that queue who's probably going to want that camera.
Okay. And if they want to see sample clips recorded on these cameras, do you have demo footage or anything that people can get their hands on to look at the quality of the recordings?
We anticipate over the next couple of months, as the cameras start to go through their beta test and the QA process, they will start to probably put some of these clips up on our forum. It's become a very active place for people accessing material, and also we're going to send obviously these cameras out to some beta testers, and they'll be giving us feedback, and I'm sure that they'll also be able to supply some footage nearer the time of shipping date.
Well, Stuart, I really appreciate you telling our viewers all about this camera. And again, you can head on over to Adorama and check out the website where you can place a pre-order, as well as keep an eye on the Adorama Learning Center, where you can learn more about these cameras as we get units in for review. For Adorama TV, my name's Rich Harrington.
For all the latest photography, video, and computer gear, visit Adorama.com. Place your order by 8 p.m. and it ships the same day. Plus, next time you're in New York City, be sure to visit our store located on 18th Street between 5th and 6th Avenue.